Okay, we have a work session with the Moines County Sheriff's Office regarding an academy reimbursement for new hires.
Like I said, this won't take very long, Tom. We hired a kid who works for Fort Madison Police Department.
Is this the guy
Vogelsang?
that just went,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
He signed a contract with Fort Madison a year ago. He gets a year on down there in August 12th. But he's got some separation costs. And I've got that figure here for you. I just have one copy, but they're asking for $20,000 back, separation fees. One of the costs on there is the academy,
Yeah.
which is $6,650. That, we only allow $5,000
Yeah, that's what I thought.
for our reimbursement cost through the county. And we were wondering if we could just help him out and pay for that academy cost for him.
The $66.50?
Yeah.
Oh, he has to pick up the rest of it?
Yeah, unfortunately. I said, is this gonna be a deal breaker for you? And he's like, no, I don't think so. He's from here, he's a Des Moines County kid, went to Danville High School. Seems like a nice kid. And Kevin and I talked about it with Mike and we thought maybe we could help him out by at least covering the cost of his academy.
When did he go to the academy?
He went he graduated in December, so he went in August, I think.
So he recent, I guess what point of, how close is he to being sent out in a car? He'll have to ride along with
He's gotta do
somebody?
an FTO program with us,
How
which
long's
is 3
that?
weeks, or, I'm sorry, 3 months,
3
12
months.
weeks.
Uh-huh.
Unless he's doing good, we'll kick him out sooner.
Uh-huh.
But he is academy certified. We would've had to pay that cost anyway.
Is he replacing Al? Okay.
Well, you know, we've got two
Yeah.
positions available. We
Okay.
were only able to get one out of this group.
Yeah.
And we're gonna hopefully retest again in October.
It is extremely difficult. We did a test and here, what, a month ago,
In June.
and we had, I
We
mean,
had 28 people
we
signed up.
really struggled.
18 people showed up for the test. 12 people passed the physical agility portion of it. 5 people got through the written test, so we had 5 people. 4 of them washed out on backgrounds and we hired one.
Well, and not necessarily backgrounds, that there were just, he was the best fit that we had. You know, some of them just lacked experience, some of them lacked, what we thought was necessary to make a good fit in our department. But the deal is like, we just can't get really well-qualified applicants, and especially those that have already been trained up. I mean, if we would hire any of these folks, it'd be a year before we could even put them out, by the time they get academy training, FTO, because we'd have to build them from the ground up. So when we get a guy like this, it's a pretty big deal to get him to move off from another department who's got academy training, and this soon after he got hired. So Fort Madison, obviously, probably not real happy with us, but,
Okay.
it's the way.
I don't have a problem with it.
No, I don't have a problem with it. I know we talked about $5,000.
That's the way it's set up now, the hiring incentive for them.
And I really don't want to change that, but I'd waive or expand that requirement. I would be willing to do that for this, and especially in today's atmosphere with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's tough to staff a law enforcement agency. So,
Everybody's hiring, that's the
I-
problem.
so, yeah.
You ought to be able to hire a lot of cops out of the big cities.
Yeah, I thought about somehow reaching out to Minnesota.
They said a
Minneapolis
whole bunch
PD.
of cops have applied for
Say,
early
nice quiet
retirement.
living out here.
Or separation from.
We don't want to train them
I
guys.
know.
There's a lot of good officers out
That's
there,
right.
I'm sure.
Well, they are. What,
Yeah.
like, when I talked to Mike about it, he said that guy leaned on neck, he said, he's done that 100 times. And that's, what was it, positional asphyxiation?
Yeah.
Said, this guy,
Yeah.
it was in their book,
Yeah, it was part of his training, part of his, I'm not gonna justify what he did, obviously, he should have
Well,
he
I
should have let him
understand,
up.
but I
I
mean,
mean, he should have let him up.
That wasn't the first time he'd done something like that.
And we're all trained to do that, we're all like, you know, we see there's an issue, you get him up, you let him breathe, you know, but that, he was basically in a place that he'd done this before, it was not a problem. And that's the way they were trained, that's the way they were taught, they'd done it numerous times, and obviously, it didn't work out. And, but that's part of that training thing, it's part of that, you know, realizing what's right and wrong on these situations, and, you know, it really, really turned bad. But, you know, when you can get somebody like this recently trained up right out of the academy, we're lucky to get him, and it's gonna be hard, really hard to get people to look at jobs in law enforcement. They just looking at other things right now because of all of the stuff that's happening. To get quality people is really gonna be difficult, and it's gonna require good benefits, it's gonna require good pay, it's gonna require, and that's one thing that moved him, was the fact that he's getting better pay and better benefits. You know, but it's just
And
gonna
he's
be
from
difficult.
here, I mean,
Yeah,
he's.
well, that's nice that he's a local kid
Yeah.
or young
Yeah.
man.
So I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, the conservation officer's gonna be looking for one too,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Conservation, where at?
Des Moines County.
Did they just hire somebody?
No, he moved on to something else.
There was a big article about him in the paper?
No, not that one.
No,
Ryan Roth is the new
Oh, okay.
park ranger.
Okay.
This is
Mercer's position.
Eric Murray. He's a natural resource
Oh,
manager.
okay, okay.
So you're looking for Mercer.
They lost their
They're
Patrol
law
officer.
enforcement.
Yeah, Chris has rehired that position.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Oh,
So there was a big article about that kid in the paper on Sunday, I think. wasn't it?
Then he's one of the National Guard now.
Yeah, they're gonna lose him for, what did they say, 12 weeks?
Yeah.
6 weeks?
I don't know, I thought I'd heard
Mike,
6 months, so I
this
don't know,
goes back
maybe it's
to
3.
8 years ago, when I told you I was running, what for?
Yes, we appreciate it. Yeah, we appreciate the support you guys give us every day, trust me. And the people over there appreciate the support you give us. Means a lot to us.
well, regardless of what they think in those big cities, we appreciate you guys.
I know.
We wouldn't want to live without you.
Um,
Yeah, that's amazing to me.
Quite honestly, Bob, I will tell you this, is that, you know, 95% of the people out there appreciate what we do.
Yeah,
And they tell us
that's
that
right.
every day.
I think if you took a poll, 99% of the people out there appreciate what you do. If
Yeah.
you took a poll of the whole United States,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just that.
The good news is, there's a lot of support out there, and we see it almost every day in a lot of different ways, and that helps us get through. What's going on in these big cities is not what we do, and not where we are. These incidents that happen, you know, and, you know, we work for the people every day and try to do the best job we can for them. And will mistakes be made? Yes, mistakes will be made, but
There's,
You know, we had,
bad-
whoops,
Go ahead, no, there's bad apples or bad
Yeah.
in anything, doesn't matter whether they're an accountant
Yeah.
or iron workers
Or a preacher.
or whatever, you know,
Right.
there's a certain percentage of people out there that just aren't,
shouldn't be in the
aren't quality people, that probably shouldn't be anywhere.
Well, we do our best to, you know, screen and hire good people. That's what we try to do.
You know, this, overall, this is a good community. Look at this,
Yeah.
the nation had that, you know, protest down here.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good, clean protest.
Yep.
By the way, I see where she got, they put her on the library board.
Oh, good, good.
She got elected to serve on the library board.
Yeah, it's okay to do those things, you know, we, you know, we're all about that, you know, but, you know, it's just when they become violent, there's no place for that.
Well, when they bust people in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no place
There's
for
a lot of that going on.
Well, we appreciate what you guys do for us. I know
Well,
I
I
do.
appreciate it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
We're okay with that.
Okay.
The worst part about the Black Lives Matter deal is how they're using it and who's using it to get their way. You know, they go out and protest because the guy got choked. They didn't say anything about the guy that they killed, they shot,
Yeah,
a retired policeman
yeah,
laying out in the street, bled out because they couldn't get to him.
yeah.
Nobody says anything about that. Why? You know, here's a guy that should be a hero, and he's black.
Well,
You
So
talking
it
about
depends
the
on-
retired St. Louis police
Yeah.
officer,
Yep,
ran a pawn shop or,
yeah.
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 real change takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, and I think they want things to happen overnight. It just doesn't work that way. Real change takes time.
It's the people doing it, you know, what do they say, young, white, educated females,
Yeah.
and, going Marxist. It's a bad deal. They don't have anything with idea what they're doing. Now they're talking about they want to start the United States in a different date than when it really started because of slavery. They gotta start the world over. Slavery's been going on for a long time.
Real change takes time. So, and it's, some changes need to be made, there's clearly, but, you know, it just takes time. But we do thank you for,
Yep,
Thank you.
alrighty.
You haven't fixed everything yet, though, so don't quit.
Tell your guys to take care out there.
we will, thanks, Tom. We do. They're doing a great job.
Is that all of that?
I didn't keep any of it.
No, I've got the rest of it right
You
here.
got them all?
Yep, this is
Okay.
his contract.